you died?
My internet. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Luckily cleaves are getting better, so you might be able to get in, but good luck. Sebastian's in a queue still. I think you get a 10-minute grace period.
I'm in a 63-minute queue.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Looks like you taking a nap.
No.
I think I'm gonna hit 24, and then I'm gonna go to bed and get some sleep, and I'll hit it harder when I get back on. Like, think of a plan before I actually level it, and then use that plan to go.
I just want to do Scarlet Monastery tomorrow.
Yeah, I wanna do that all day. Problem is, I need to be with a group of people that I want to play with for the whole day. Because it's brutal if you don't.
Damn. Yeah,
What?
my internet just like cut out.
Shit.
Like it did on launch day.
I'm gonna die in this area. It's so dangerous, man. Yeah, I think most of the people that are 25, 27, they're all doing the same zones. Hillsbred Foothills, the one to do. Because you can grind a lot there.
Yeah, I seen a bunch of good quests up there.
Yeah, Hillsbred Foothills. Let's see this vulture, Alterac Mountain. Yeah, that place is really good. Your character's still showing online.
I know I should have been able to log back in, but I guess I can't.
Like, I still see you on the minimap. Actually, yep, yeah, I still see you on the minimap.
Fuck me.
I get a new computer tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a really good one too. Gen 3 Ryzen's.
My computer's good enough to run WoW and Streamlabs. That's about it.
Yeah, mine is okay, but not great. It's good enough to play in raid, but not all this newer stuff that's been
I'm not
like
sure how I'm gonna do in a
streaming and
like
stuff.
world PvP.
If it's crazy world PvP, it'll be a problem, but if it's regular stuff, it'll be the same as questing. I'm really surprised this layer is empty in Stone Talon.
I'm just trying to think of why my internet cut off again. That's the second night in a row it's happened.
At the same time or possibly a different time?
No, it happened yesterday morning around 4 a.m. Because we were doing Ragefire, remember?
Seems like so long ago.
Yeah. Way back when we were doing Ragefire.
Oh man, when I didn't even have swipe. Feels like every level I get as a druid, it's like I gain like fingers and legs and toes and stuff. Level 10 through 20 was like no, like all I had was bear form with maul and taunt.
My queue time just went from 56 minutes to 30.
They probably pushed in like a new group of people into the server.
Also went back up to 49.
Hmm. I wonder why it was doing those batches of people, all of them getting on at the same time, like batches of people. Man, these mobs are brutal. They give you no breaks. Yeah, I don't think it'll be a bad idea to hit 24, and then that way I can plan it out, wake up early, like at 7 a.m., and then blitz. That way I'm not going into the weekend super tired, because I know the whole weekend I can, if I stay online, I can stay online, but if I get out on the weekend, I'm not. Those queues in the weekend are probably going to be full.
Yeah. Just had to stay on the whole time.
Like Friday to Monday, at least for me. That's my.
Friday to Monday grind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Grind to 60 probably.
I think by Monday I can definitely be doing Blackrock that BRD, level 56.
Yeah.
I don't know about 60 per se, but at least doing the grind for the quests.
West Eastern Plaguelands quests, probably.
Yeah, but I mean BRD because of the gear that you need before you start raiding, the
Yeah.
previs. I don't know how many times I did BRD. Like, oh my god. That was one of the easiest instances before the number squish. They did a number squish, I don't know, maybe like after mop, right?
They did it at the end of Kata and at the end of Mop.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
they did it at the end of every expansion.
no, they didn't
Like
because
after
my
Kata.
warlock, my warlock had like 30k HP, and the next expansion it had like 304,000,
Oh yeah.
some crazy number XP, HP.
Yeah, my power had like 11 million health and Legion.
Really? Those numbers are ridiculous.
And then in BFA, it had like 40k.
Yeah, yeah. I remember the druid that I used to raid on. Like when we used to talk, oh my god, you broke 100k HP, and that was like a big number. And then my warlock's running around in like whatever gear and has all this HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be my target. I'm gonna hit 24, and then I'm gonna and come in well rested tomorrow at 7 on the dot. Cause I work at 8, but I work from home, so I'm just gonna like tell people what to do and then go from there.
What do you mean? Tell people what to do.
Like we're working on a project, and I need to give them guidance.
Uh,
So it's basically just coach them on what they need to do in order to keep the project timeline. Like I did all the work that I needed to do like months in advance, as much as I could.
I'm afraid that if I sleep in, I'm gonna get into a queue whenever I try to get on.
It's possible, definitely.
I'm definitely gonna hustle toward Hillsbrad.
I mean, you could probably do Hillsbrad now.
I know, but I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to go to bed or if I want to go to Hillsbrad.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things you want to think ahead, like fully. I just know that I don't want to level to 60 with like spamming dungeons with like our group. You saw our group that we did at SFK? I don't want to do that.
Yeah, not that
You saw
group.
our group? You saw when we played with Zig, me, you, Zig, and then like two other people that knew what they were doing, how smooth it was, like kites.
Yeah,
Like that's how I want to level to 60. I don't want to level to 60 like someone's not on Discord, or they don't know what they're doing, or they can't follow basic directions.
like we just queued into it.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. I'd rather go in the world and do like a dual level. Like me and Zig were planning we were just gonna do a dual all the way, and we tested it on Chronos, and it worked well, but the dungeon XP is just so good. Like even we were like wiping all that time on SFK, we were still clearing 15k.
Yeah, but Dungeon XP is actually pretty ridiculous. And Sulfurac's gonna be a whole grind.
Oh my god, I know all the shortcuts in ZF. That grind, we don't have to do that grind. The gauntlet that takes forever, we could probably skip it all
Yeah,
the time. Like, like where the gates are, there's those rocks on the right side. You can jump on those rocks and keep jumping, and then just aim your camera all the way up like towards the moon, and then keep jumping, and your character will jump slightly higher, like basically climb the wall, and you can get past that wall so you don't have to do the gauntlet, which is non-elites. So then you can go straight to killing the boss and getting that loot.
Nice. Is that
Yeah,
two-handed
it's
sword good? Assault rays?
oh shit, I pulled something. Fuck, I got rooted. Hold on. Salt rays. I'm not sure. I know what you're talking about.
It's where you combine the two one-handers into a two-hander. Or is that not in
Yeah,
classic?
I don't know. I think ZF is good because you have all those scarabs and you can just like AoE, like especially for me, I can run in, I'll have charge by then and I can parry them, and when I parry I get all this, like when I crit them, even when I crit them I get all this rage. Like I'll swipe, right? And if I swipe and crit, I'll get all my rage back, so I could just keep swiping them over and over and over and over. I'm gonna die again here. The other thing is I've had a cold like a week, and I know it's because I haven't slept properly. So I'm thinking maybe actually giving my body the rest it's asking me, or I can come back in even better.
I think I might put in like a day of just solo spamming quest.
Yeah, that might work for you. That way you get that out of your system too.
I feel like when we don't have a dedicated group, I'm just wasting so much time.
I agree with you. Yep, I think that's fair. But I don't want to make one group out of who's left over because I had a group that was all set, and that group was those 5 people that I chose, and then just because your group like falls apart doesn't mean you can start trying to weave your way into my group. Like, I don't like that. I'd rather just let everybody else go play with each other, and then I'll make my new group because I just don't think that's cool. Like, that makes the person who was in like imagine like you're the healer, right? And then there's 5 of us in our group, everybody's here ready to go, and then all of a sudden we remade those groups and you weren't in there. It was like Butters and Maker, and then you were basically left out. Like, how would you feel? Like, you were in my group, we had talked about this for weeks, and then all of a sudden on the day of, just because Maker's group fell apart, I didn't add you, I added Butters instead. Like, how would that be fair to you? So, however, there is a trick that we can do if we have just 6 or 7 or whatever. We can actually convert to raid and do 6 or 7 people in a raid group doing dungeons, because in classic, you can have a maximum of 10 people in a dungeon at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an option we can do.
I don't think that would be good for XP though.
You would think so, but if you have the right classes and you're stacking it, then it could be. I mean, could you imagine all the melee warriors with all the crit from a feral druid and then having two healers and the healers take turns? You never stop healing. Like one's always drinking mana, the other's just DPSing and healing as needed. It can be really fast.
I don't know.
Like even
I've just never seen it done, I guess.
yeah, because people didn't really think about it until like the recent beta. That's what made people realize how powerful leveling were those demonstrations where they did AoE and um, melee cleave. I know for me, there's some level brackets where I do really good by myself, and I probably will do those ranges by myself. Level 30 to 39 is like best to do it in a group because SM is right there. It's so easy to do and use. But for me, level 40 to 45, I can do it extremely fast. I have a route and I've tested it 3 times on Chronos, and it's been great. Regardless of what my level is or my gear that I have when I get there, I can still get about 45 minutes to level just killing the same mobs over and over and over again.
That's pretty good. 45 minutes
I
a
mean,
level.
yeah.
Hmm. Maybe I'll get to 30 from questing tomorrow, and then
Yeah,
just spam Scarlet Halls. I don't know.
that could work. You just gotta know exactly where to quest and what's your route.
I'm 2300 in Q now.
I'm 3 bars. Once I get my bars, I'm gonna log out. Um, plan my route for tomorrow, and then I'll see what's up. Like if Buna and the other guys are at 22, 23 by the time I log in, then it's a wrap. Can do other kinds of quests and dungeons and shit.
What what
Razor Friend Crawl,
what do you
no more
think
gone.
happened to that Shadowfang Keep run? Why was it so bad? Like I feel
Um,
like
honestly, why was it so bad? Because we had the wrong comp there. We shouldn't have had a mage there.
you think it should have been 4 melee.
Absolutely. It's melee cleave or mage cleave, not anything in between.
Yeah.
That's why. If you have a feral druid and an enhanced shaman, The only other thing in that group should be warriors. And you have to play it a specific way, and it's really one of the best ways. It's where everybody just DPSs, and me and you take turns healing, and it works really, really well. The problem is when you have a Clothy that can't tank, then one of us has to stop healing. I mean, stop DPSing to heal them for sure. That sort of changes everything. Then that warrior wasn't particularly good at all. He wasn't DPSing anything that Zig was tanking. Even though he was on Discord like we asked, he wasn't like helping out. He didn't do anything really interesting or call anything out. And our pulls were bad, which was another critique on Zig. Just a critique on him. Like, we could have been pulling those better. Not face pulling into the rooms. And I know he's done that instance before, so it might just be that he's not used to, like, sometimes you're so used to steamrolling content that when you see it and you're not geared for it, it could be
Yeah.
something else.
Like I was about to say, maybe he didn't see like that aptitude of scaling happen.
Hmm.
Like we'd leave one room and they're level 19s, and we walk into another and they're like 23.
Yeah, that was a weird flip though. Like that was almost instant where we're like, is this giving us good XP? And then all of a sudden we're like 26. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You still show on my screen as online.
I'm trying to be online.
I'm just 2 bars. Pretty fast. Oh, you know what might even get me to turning in the quest from RFC and I'm not Wailing Caverns.
We're in Thunderbluff.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't do one of them yet. I didn't turn in all of them. Still had one more to go. And I have these annoying druid quests.
Gosh, that shaman one.
It took you a while, man, right?
I was doing it for over half an hour and I still haven't finished.
Shit.
It's not because I was doing it wrong, it's just traveling.
Yeah, I'm really hoping I can get 24 and then have a nice plan, like ready to go for tomorrow. If you can do every 20 levels after level 20 in 1.5 days played, then you're doing something right. So the rest of it should take you like 65 hours from now.
From 24 to 60?
Yeah, approximate. So 58 to 60 might take you 5 hours or 6 hours more, depending on if you're doing like there's level 60 and then there's like I'm already end game, and when you're doing BRD, when you're doing Upper Blackrock Spire, because you can go to Molten Core at 58. You don't need to be level 60 to go to Molten Core or any of the raids. You just need to be attuned, and you can start doing that quest at 54. Some people, instead of hitting level 60 as fast as possible, they try to be as geared as possible. So instead of getting level 60, which takes a while. They just do the quests and then do the dungeons that get them the gear that they need, and keep doing those dungeons like we were doing. Do that over and over and over again until they do not need the dungeon anymore.
Yeah, it's not getting the 60 that I'm worried about. It's getting to end game.
Yeah. Have you looked into how shamans like what shamans have to do in endgame wise, like gear? Where do you need to go? What items you need to get?
Nope.
Oh god, dude, you need to do that.
I mean, like,
Like you know about
I look up,
Ubers.
I look up biz guides if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like where do you need to go?
Yeah.
What dungeons you should run to get your best in slot? What's a secondary backup item that if you don't get this piece, then this is a serviceable. A whole bunch of people just got in again.
It's crazy. All these people on the server, we never see any of them.
This place is full though.
Huh?
It's full right now though. Like, there's fucking people everywhere. I don't understand it. Like, when we were playing the other, like, we were in the Barrens doing like some of the Barrens quests. We had all of that area to ourselves. The shore area, like completely, and we were there for quite some time. And there was nobody there at all. Not even maybe one person from our own guild tagging mobs.
The
And
only
then today,
reason. Go ahead.
today it was just like you can't even walk around Crossroads without like lagging.
The only reason I was like such a higher level than you guys is because I had free range over everything in Durvitar. Like I always got first tags, and
Yeah, I'm
everything
not
that
so.
I needed to get was up. But there, it still looked like there's so many people there in the Valley of Trials. But once I left, it was like empty.
Yeah, I'm not so worried even about like the race right now. Like, because it's some people are gonna slow down considerably once they get to level 40. They're just not gonna know how to handle it. Like some people, it can take them a whole day to get 35 to 36 if they don't know what they're doing.
I mean, what
That
should you be doing? Scarlet Monastery?
no, I mean you should have an optimized route and know what you want. So for example, um, when I turn level 39, I spend all my time and energy to make sure that I can afford a mount. Because every time I need to move after that, if I don't have a mount, it's gonna take me, you know, more than 60% longer to get to where I want to go. Because the mount makes you 60% faster, but without the mount, you're much. So some people don't know that. Like the last time I was playing with some people on the private servers, they didn't even have mounts. And so like we were trying to quest with them, and they were taking forever to get to Uldaman, which is in the Badlands. And so like if you don't know exactly where you need to go, where the quest kind of stuff, it's just gonna take you forever. Like if you would have seen Zig, he knew exactly where to go, where to turn in the quest, where to go in, like pick up the next item, where even like the chest pieces, like the random chest stuff, where those things even spawn. Like he had a route, and he has that from 0 all the way to 60. Sebastian also has this kind of route, like he knows what's the best way for him, like him by himself to get to 60. Some people don't know that. They'll ask like, what's the best place to level after Barons, for example, and just because they don't know. Those people will take a month to get to level 60. On my first run to my druid, it took me almost a week and a half to get to level 40. Level 1 to 15 took me 16 hours, but when I did it on the last run, it was on live just now, we were 7 hours. You just gotta know where to go, I guess. Questy makes it like cheating though, it's freaking crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
Because before, you would kill mobs, and like you would be like, let's say you'd kill a harpy, and the harpy actually didn't give you anything. It was the wrong kind of harpy, so you had to read the quest to guess whether or not it was the right one to give you the results of the quest that you need. It's like, go kill these hatchlings or whatever, and then like you're killing the hatchlings, but it's the blue ones that give you the quest item, not the white ones. So you just spent an hour and a half trying to do the quest, killing all this color, and when you were supposed to be killing the other one. Shit like that.
See, I know my route from like 1 to 15. That's about it. Other than that, I'm just winging it. I'm having a great time doing it.
Yeah. I really enjoyed our whaling group. That was really fun.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
really
solid.
liked I really liked the RFC because we caught up to other groups that were in RFC longer than us. It was only when people started getting greedy about things that it started to mess us up and slow us down. Like people trying to get ahead. Um, then we had to keep going back to the same place over and over and over again. That kind of slowed us down. We went back to that raptor place, I think, twice. But if we would have waited, we could have all done it. Like, not you, but like people would not have died.
Are you talking about the Raptor Horn quest?
When we were doing the raptor horn and stolen silver, we went there like 3 times.
Yeah.
You know, and the the patrol.
Yeah, I get that. It was like people didn't want to follow the schedule.
They just wanted it. They just felt like they were getting selfish, and that's where you have things like kind of fall apart when people stop thinking about like what works collectively as opposed to. And that's fine. Some people want to level solo, but you can't level in a group and then try to do it solo. Like, because then if somebody's level 29 and you're level 25, there's no way you guys can. What's your position in queue?
900.
Wow.
It says 11 minutes left. I think I'm just gonna stay up till I hit level 30.
You're gonna try to do it? Because then you're gonna crash at level 30, man.
Yeah, true. Maybe.
My whole favorite part of leveling like in like zones is in Tanaris. There's this like spawn that has like 20 mobs and their loot tables are fucked up and their HP points are mixed up with the like their normal type. So there's rocks and then there's fire rocks. And the fire rocks are supposed to be the harder version of the, but it's actually flipped. So the fire rocks are weaker and have less HP, and they cast sometimes, which means if you can kill them before they cast, you don't take any damage. So if you have enough gear, you can kill them before they even do any damage to you. You just keep killing them all. Like if you have energy, you don't have mana. So like if I sit in cat form, I can keep pulling these things non-stop. And so like that's one of my favorite places. If I have a group, like let's say if I had me and Zig or me and you, or like a mage even, I would go to the pirate camp southeast of Tanaris, because there's so many mobs there. Like
Yep.
it's like so many pirate mobs there. It's not even funny.
So Zul'Farrak is 45 to 50, right?
I would do Uldaman first, because Badlands, like the main town in Badlands, has a side of it, and there's like 3 or 4 different quests. They're super easy. You just go out of town, do the quest, go back there, and done. Then you do Uldaman, and if you're like an enchanter or you're like a special profession, you need to go to Uldaman anyways. So then you get that done, and then after that, you can do ZF 41 or 42, all the way to 46 or 48. Depends on how much patience you want to. You could probably just do it at 46 and then switch to Sunken Temple.
Oh. Sunken Temple though, but that doesn't. It can't give that much XP though.
ST?
Yeah.
ST is a same like higher level range than ZF.
Really.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. One of the dragons is in there.
I guess I'm thinking of newer Sunken Temple, not older Sunken Temple.
Sunken Temple is like, yeah, there's like a big dragon in there and it's in one of the halls, one of the rooms.
I know, but I vaguely remember what it was before it was changed, in like Wrath of Kata or whenever it was.
Hmm. What do you mean you vaguely remember changed?
Because I remember playing it before the dungeon was remodeled.
Oh, but they did that every couple of years, didn't they? It was almost like
To
every couple of years they would come up with some new thing.
the Sunken Temple?
No, like they would redo dungeons. Like they redid Onyxia like 4 times. And Sartharion, three Drakes Sarth.
I never did Sunken Temple, Dead Mines, Stockades,
And then
Ragefire,
they redid Deadmines. I remember that.
Black Fathom Deeps, Razorfin Crawl, Razorfin Downs, basically all of them. Zul'Farrak? No, I haven't seen the change.
ZF in the newer version was much cooler because like we had more tools to deal with mechanics back then, like in the newer version. Like you remember they make like the AoE part, the gauntlet was way better than and that was mainly because you could actually AoE and had proper like everything, proper CC, proper heals, proper mitigation.
Hmm. See, I want to sleep in tomorrow, and that's my problem.
Yeah, then grind it and sleep in. If that's what your schedule like your own personal, what your body's telling you to do it, dude. Me is like, I don't have any days off. I could take a day off, but I don't want to. So I want to like pace myself. If I take a day off, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a long time off. Like if I don't sleep now and then I try to keep going, it could take me more than 12 hours to feel good again. But if I sleep now, I could sleep 5-6 hours and be good. I know that some other people, they have different schedules. Like now, Sebastian, for example, he might have to do a wedding photography thing, and on Sunday, and then on Thursday he got an offer to do some other stuff. So he's like really struggling now because he can't play as much as he wanted to.
Yeah, that's true.
So it just depends on what you got. Zigoman, for example, he had to leave early because he had been on for 24 hours and he worked the next day. Kai, Kai had to go to work. So everybody has their own schedule. You just gotta find the one that works for you. Like if you're gonna sleep in the whole day on Wednesday, it'll work. But if you're not being effective with your time by now to then, like then you should try to think about like how you're gonna take your plan. Like maybe understand where you're gonna level and the quests you're gonna do, what quests you're gonna skip. I made a huge mistake in my leveling process on this server. I skipped, in the interest of leveling as a group, I skipped the quest that I was very good at doing. Like my route. I changed my route in order to like accommodate being in a group.
Which one was that?
South Barrens. I should have never listened. Like I should have ignored the fact that you guys had done it and just done it all. Because those quests are so good.
Yeah.
All of it. Everything in the South Barrens.
Those are the quests I did when I was waiting on people to get their butts ready.
There's a mine in there that's like the Baldoon or whatever. There's like a fort of, I guess they're like gnomes or something, or alliance looking dudes, and you can kill them and they give you this quest items. It's my favorite place in the Barrens to quest because nobody ever goes there, and there's so many there. Like if you're when I normally go there, I'm percent, and then we just clear the whole area, and it's really good XP because it's uncontested. And those mobs have so little health. Some like human mobs, their loot tables are messed up. Their health is really low. And then they run. When you get them to like 20% or 18% whatever, they start to run here. You get more like damage mitigation.
If you have a dot on them, you don't really have to chase after them either, unless you want to loot them.
Yeah, I love Moonfire. I'm actually at that spot now. I'm at that spot now, and it's like there's nobody here.
Like a mob will start walking away from it, then my Searing Totem will just take care of it. Like I don't have to do anything.
Shaman's OP. That's all I gotta say.
Which is another reason why I don't want to just like solo quests, is because the gear from dungeons is so good.
Yeah, when you have good gear, you can kill stuff a lot faster.
Yeah, like gear matters in Classic.
Oh, look at you, you're online.
That's still recharging.
I spawned into being attacked by 3 harpies.
Oh yeah, I died there, dude. Gross.
I made it out, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit 24, and I'm
It's
gonna go to
still
sleep, and then I'm gonna
recharging.
wake up at 7, and then I'm gonna hit 28. Then I'm gonna take a break. That's probably when you're gonna be online again next, and then I'll be like, yo, let's go do Nomragon. We do all the quests. We
What
have
level is
25,
Nomergon?
29,
Okay.
and that's where I get my staff, and that's where I become super OP.
What staff?
I'm sorry, the Pummeler.
Okay. You said
And then
staff and I was immediately thinking Hydrocane.
I was thinking, oh, yeah, oh yeah.
I can't cast that yet.
Hydrocane is pretty cool. I've seen people like right click it and like right click it again, like off of them.
And you refresh your breath.
Yeah. And so like you just have a druid camping the title charm guy, the boss in the water, the
Oh
prince,
yeah.
and then a druid can root. You can root repeatedly underwater until someone drowns. So even though you're in combat, you just like root them until they drown.
I found that back path, that back alleyway you said from the harpies to the camp.
Yep, it's nice. It's a huge time saver.
I'm
Could
not
you
gonna
imagine
finish.
having
I'm
to
not gonna
walk into
finish
a
these
room?
quests, but
Yeah, if you're just gonna go straight to the Highlands, then go for it.
yeah, a good change of scenery. I'm not looking at red hue all day. So Nemergon's level 29.
You can get in there earlier, like 24, but it's a
Oh,
waste of time. Numbercon's kind of hard for this, for classic.
so 29's efficient. Like 12 was for
Yeah,
Ragefire.
29 you can do it.
What
You don't have
brings
to.
you here?
Oh shit, people, they're all crap. We're gonna die, or you're not doing enough damage. Huh?
Hail.
You got on, but Sebastian didn't, and he got disconnected before you.
Farewell.
Ooh. How do you know that?
Cause he disconnected and says, "Shit, I got disconnected. I'm gonna be online, and I'm gonna try to get online and go to sleep, take a nap while I'm waiting." And that was like 30 minutes before you. Yeah, I've got what, one or two more, and then I'm gonna knock out.
People on my friends list still maining retail. I just don't understand how.
I have one of my good friends from the original Insanity. His name is Beamkiter, and he was such a good hunter. And he doesn't want to play classic. He's like, I did that shit all. So I'm
That's how a
telling
lot of
him,
people are.
it's like classic is not classic anymore. It's just a remake.
I mean, that's true. How hard do you think it will be for you to get a group ready for Numbergon? How do we even get to Numbergon?
How hard do I think? Not hard at all. But go get that staff, the mace. I have to get it. I won't level without it. So here's what, here's an advantage. By that level, you start to get everyone going into Stranglethorn Vale. If you have people scattered across level 28 to 30, you can start doing STP quests together, because most of them are kill quests. And what you do is you do all the kill quests together, and whatever level is, that's the level. Then you do a quest in Booty Bay that gives you a combobulator that is like able to take your character apart and put it back together inside Gadget Sand, or inside, yeah, I think it's Gadget Sand, or no, inside Novergon. And so it lets you teleport to Novergon
Oh
entrance
yes,
from
yes,
Booty Bay, so you don't have to actually run there or anything.
yes. That's in retail.
So that's how I use it on Chronos. Like I didn't have any issue.
I see.
I think this is gonna level me. There it is. Right.
What level is Stranglethorn? Did you
Anywhere
say?
from 26, 27, 28.
Interesting.
Alright, so I got that guy. He's gonna release the healer. A healer and warriors. Could even, like hybrids, you can just DPS or whatever and you'll be fine.
Alliance quest in Hillsbrad as well, right?
Uh-huh. South Shore is pretty nasty.
Maybe
This is the
I'll
first one where they really force you to like interact near different zones together.
maybe I'll see my first ally.
That steel recharge in.
Maybe I'll get ganked by 10 stealth rogues.
Oh man, it can be pretty bad.
In your talent tree, do you have all your talents in one spec?
Nope. Druids have a tough time with that. It's really awful. It's the reason why druids are not great because one, they don't get good gear. Like you've seen the gear that drops. There's always some kind of problem. Like druids need mana and then they need agility, but if they get both, they can't do both great. But rogues, they don't even need any mana because they don't use it, so they don't care about intellect. So they can stack all in one stat and do really well. Druids suffer that. Shamans do it as well. Shamans have that problem. That's why, like, elemental shamans, they just don't work because they run out of mana so fast.
Yeah. Because I have, let's see, 7, 9, 10 in enhancement, and 5 in resto right now.
Yeah, I think the proper resto build isn't even resto. It's like Ellie resto or something.
I done it this way so I could buff my totems. And for the Ghost Wolf cast time, uh, reduction,
I'm playing
and two-handed axes and maces.
I'm playing Heart of the Wild NS, which is NS is a nature swiftness like cooldown that lets me get
Yeah,
back up to full. It's a reset button, and then Heart of
basically,
the
yeah.
Wild talent that you can use that gives you a lot of stats, and it basically makes you jack of all trades, but really not great at anything. I won't have enough damage without cheating or using clever mechanic to be great DPS, and I won't be able to be a super awesome healer in long fights because of the mana battle. Like you saw when were you there when we were playing with Butters, how his mana was going because he was able to tag the last bomb?
Yeah, because of Spirit Tap.
Yes. Yeah, so imagine a druid having that. Then they could spam like they could rejuve the whole raid and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, Spirit Tap is pretty ridiculous.
Guy says he wants to make it into some K tonight. 17. Good luck. Now I have a goal for when I log in.
What now? Beware.
Well, I picked up the fly point to Terran Mill when I came for the Shaman quest.
I'm gonna do my druid quest tomorrow when I wake up, and then by that time, if you're on or whatever, then I'll see you. I think Zig will be on, um, probably by 11, and then I'm just gonna level all the way through, much as I can get. Um, Definitely believe we can be in SM tomorrow. Even if you level ahead of us, you could still like go all the way. Like you're gonna benefit from Scarlet Monastery because the mobs turn green at a different rate at level 30. Like in the lower levels, if it's one level below you, you can lose up to 8 to 12%. But if you're level 30, it's like 4 to 6%. So that each level matters less as you get higher levels. Anyways, I'm gonna crash, man. I'll see you tomorrow or
Alright,
later. Peace.
peace.
haven't got all day.
Lokar.
I should have learned stuff before I came.
And you are? I am forsaken. This had better be good. What now? What is it? Trust no one. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I need a target. I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I need to get closer. That spell isn't ready yet. It's too far away. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready yet. far away. That's still recharging. I'm out of range. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. I need to get closer. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I'm out of range. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I need to target something first. It's too far away. isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I need to get closer. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. My mana is low. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I'm out of range.
What now? Hello? Dark Lady, watch over.
Yeah, what do you want?
What can I do for you? Farewell.
What do you need? For the Horde.
What can I help you with? For the Horde! Mukra! Dabu!
What do you need? Go with honor. What can I help you with? Go forth to victory. Greetings. Strength